Mike and Brian.
Hey, we don't see the preview thing. Oh, hey.
Hey!
That was quick.
How about it? Welcome to the Mad Skills Electric pregame show. As we're doing our part in pregaming.
Yep.
It's another beautiful Tuesday here.
Mm-hmm. Waiting for everybody to jump on.
That's it. Give everybody a chance to sign in, like, share.
Yep.
Get this show on the road here in a moment.
Get everything rolling.
That's it. Hopefully y'all did some good fishing this week. I cannot wait to see some of those fish photos turned in.
I actually sent some this week. Hey.
You had a good weekend.
Yeah, we had a good time. Pretty good weather.
Yeah. Yeah, it was hot.
Yeah. It was fairly calm. Had some overcast skies. Stuff that I like it. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Makes it nice to be on the airboat too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. A little bit of low pressure.
Yeah. Make for them glassy waters. Mm-hmm. Bluebird skies are a little tough to fish anyways.
Yeah. I don't like it. Have to do it though. But.
Part of it. Can't control the weather.
Nope. Wish we could.
That's make a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just waiting for everybody to jump on and go ahead and share this feed so you can win some cool stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, you brought some pretty good stuff tonight.
Yeah. I think we're going to do a little bit of talk about some of these baits that I've been using. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, when it came to fishing this week, what fish did you struggle on? Anything?
Didn't really struggle on it. I only targeted 2 species this week. It was snook and redfish, and we got both.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah.
What about sailfish?
Snook out there.
Mm-hmm.
Any sailfish?
No sailfish. No, not this weekend. Yeah.
Surprisingly, they haven't moved in yet.
Yeah.
Talking about the sailfish, right?
June 11th.
Ozello sailfish?
June 11th.
It's been a while since I've seen one out here. I remember seeing some crappers catch some in one in Ozello. I don't know, it was about 6-7 years ago.
Something like that. I
Yeah.
do remember seeing a picture of a sailfish.
Wasn't
up
there
against
one in the
some
mouth
mangroves.
of Christopher River?
It was in Salt River,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember it
That just
pretty
doesn't make
clearly
sense.
because I want to say I saw that sailfish and thought I was drinking too much. And then that afternoon, I saw it up on social media. I'm like, oh, no kidding.
Still a possibility you were drinking too much.
Oh, yeah. There's a good possibility of that, yeah.
So when it comes to a species like that, what do we follow for seasons?
I don't know.
Free for all?
Yeah.
For all.
Sounds like a good one to me. Just follow through with that tonight.
Sailfish tacos.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Yeah, seeing a lot of snook out there.
Yeah,
they are stacking up heavy right now.
There is no shortage of snook.
No, not at all.
There is currently no closed seasons for sailfish.
For sailfish? I don't know how good they taste, but
There's no closed season for sail cats either.
yeah. Oh, lovely. Fantastic. Gary's memeing again.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Found out a good thing about a friend of ours. Yeah.
Quite funny. Gonna be the
When you're out of shape, what do you pick up for exercise?
Yeah.
Beer, that's what I pick up.
Yeah. Hope you got a big trunk because I'm gonna throw my bike in it.
Oh man. So hopefully you guys did some good fishing this week. Actually past 2 weeks since we've seen you.
Yep.
If y'all didn't show up at Marrio's, that was a pretty good event.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think we might talk a little bit about the past week's fishing reports and
Yeah.
just I think we'll do the free for all tonight.
Yeah. Free for all.
Free for all. Hey, let's do that.
If y'all have any questions throughout this show, please throw them out. Even
Oh, yeah.
statements.
Yeah.
Oh, I already got some.
Happy to see them.
But we'll
Happy
save
to see
them.
What's that?
I already got questions.
Oh, how about
We're gonna
really?
save them.
Really?
I got on top of them this afternoon.
Save it for the show. Save it for the show.
What?
Are we ready? I think we're ready to kick this thing off.
That's it.
It was good Mad Skills pregame there.
Yeah. Pre-gaming.
Pregame.
We'll be
It's the
right back.
moment when everything is on the line and precision, power, and control make all the difference. A moment over 20 years in the making, anchored on loyalty, trust, and support that goes beyond all expectations. A relentless pursuit of perfection. All born from a revolutionary idea to help you rule the water. Power Pole.
Hey, welcome to
Fish Talk Live.
presented by some of the best. Great Mad Skills pregame show you guys did there.
Doing my part.
Pre-gaming.
What are you drinking on?
Peach Smash, dude. I
A
love
little
that.
low down.
That's a good one. All right, guys. So tonight we are opening up this June with Free for All.
It's June already.
Crazy, right?
Holy smokes.
So we want to hear from you all the topics. Now we got a couple on mine. Captain Marrio brought some good product in for the Nature Coast Financial Advisors Tackle Table Talk. Let's talk about and give away. So make sure that you
Absolutely.
share, and then listen for the secret question here in a little bit for the Extreme Decalz
Make
Reel of
something up.
Fortune. Is that a chill or?
No, I said we'll make something
Oh,
up.
yeah. Right here.
A little shoulder shrug.
But before we get started, I want to see the Extreme Decalz catch of the week and
Absolutely.
see what you all have caught this week. Well, this weekend here, we were out of town, but the weather fair.
It was fair.
Fair?
It was, yep, pretty nice actually.
Cool.
Yep.
Today's
Light
been
winds, overcast.
Great fishing weather.
Yeah.
Y'all are missing out.
Cast a half a mile.
All right.
Why are you so scared to share where you're fishing? It's because of red.
I can't even see the fish because all I can see is the green line. It's definitely the nuclear power fish. Yep. Chris Chu.
Mr. Chu.
That's the Chu.
What did he end up with? Third place or something? Holy pump.
Oh, that's a nice fish.
Nice.
It's a weird looking jack.
Yeah.
Bet it tastes better than a
I'm
jack.
trying to have an idea where they're at, too.
It didn't blur your background.
Hey, there's
that.
a man.
Yeah, playing in some fresh waters.
Pretty bass, too.
Absolutely.
That thing must have made it. Its mom was a peacock. Made it with a large
Got some
mouth.
beautiful colors.
Yeah. Captain Gene.
Mega spots.
Yeah. So Captain Gene is doing scallop and shark fishing trips.
Oh, in the same spot?
2 people, $500.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fish and scallop, shark and scallop.
Yep. You go scalloping, and then same spot. You
That's
go
it.
shark
Don't
fishing.
even move. Start chumming.
Nice looking red. Captain Gene's always on him, man. I love that guy.
Absolutely.
Look at him, look at him.
Good looking snook.
They always do well on a snook down there.
Oh, yeah.
Nice trout.
What the?
I don't even know where to begin with that. It's a bass. It's some type of bass.
It's got the same beard he does.
Could it be a cichlid?
It does have.
I don't know what that is.
Well, I don't know.
Pretty sweet, though. Yeah, I don't know.
Can we go back to that photo for a second? All right.
What it is?
Yeah, what it is. Kind of looks like a bass of some sort, but then it doesn't.
I don't know. I kind of like John, the sickling, but don't they have like
You
more
said
of
it
like
was up in Minnesota. Oh, Mississippi. Mississippi smallmouth.
Mississippi Smallie.
Okay.
Interesting.
Too cool.
Cool bucket list fish.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Jessica, nice snook.
Had a good day on the water there.
Look at those tan lines.
Nice trout.
Yeah.
Killer trout. Nice fat one too.
Man, what a beautiful day to be playing.
No kidding.
Nice fish.
Flat calm.
Hey, there's one of mine.
There he is.
He looked
Rock
happy.
man. Rocky got him a good one. Dirty 30.
He matches like I do.
He's one of my regulars.
Breeze laughing in the background.
That's my Wednesday outfit. Like,
100%. Very nice, Mr. Dunning.
Getting it done.
good deal.
Oh, they're yak fishing.
Yeah, that looks like some St. Augustine waterways there.
We're all ready for that. All ready for that season.
Let's go.
Waiting to see when that opens.
I like that motor wrap. Did you see
Yeah, that's
that?
pretty sweet. Out there tearing up that ginu.
At least doesn't have the lure in his mouth.
Yep.
Who was that, Jacob's client that had that?
Yeah. Nice cobia.
Cobes.
That had to be fun.
Husha.
I don't know, I missed it. Oh, all skinny? Holy smokes.
Skinny. Always put on him.
He was out there wearing that right arm out.
That's right. The Star Tournament started this weekend.
Yep.
My goodness, skinny.
Good Lord.
One after another I bet you ran out of shrimp. About 30 minutes.
Look at all them golden reds.
Golly, that's a beautiful fish. Playing back there in the back country. Oh man, he's
Goodness
giving away his bait.
gracious.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Ain't no shortage of reds out here.
Not at all. Especially where Skinny runs. He takes that airboat and he goes way back in this backcountry.
In the sticks.
That's
The booger
awesome.
woods.
They had a record day.
Yeah.
Get you some,
Deal,
Skinny. Get you some.
Hell yeah. Cheers to that,
awesome.
brother.
Absolutely. That's a fun day right there.
Oh, a good week of fishing. All right, don't forget to submit those photos to the Extreme Decalz Catch of the Week right here on Fish Talk Live. All right, Billy, what have you been seeing on the airboat? What kind of trends? I'm curious. We're kind of like that flat line summer weather.
Yep, we
not
are
a whole lot of change.
officially got into hot.
So what are you seeing out there?
A lot of redfish, a lot of snook, and even more shark.
Really?
Find some nice tarpon out there too, though.
Lots of tarpon.
Large tarpon.
Why don't we see more people fishing the tarpon in the St. Martin's Keys?
Out there in the flat.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't either, because I found like one boat out there push pulling away from the islands. Other than that, everybody's hugged up against the mangroves fishing for reds and snook.
I was talking to Captain Socrates, and I was I posted a photo of the tarpon that jumped on the side of the airboat.
Yeah.
And he was saying, oh, where was that? And I told him, and when we drift out there, those tarpon come to us.
Oh yeah,
They're not bashful. They're not shy.
Not whatsoever. Not whatsoever. And that was just like Junior Santos was saying. They went and played out there at Berg Key, hung out there, and he said with all the people in the water, big old school of tarpons swimming right past them.
Yep. Well, you go down to Clearwater, St. Pete, where Ryan Harrington, Gulfport, where he lives off of those tarpon.
Oh yeah.
And when we went fishing with him, when we ran that double, we were literally casting between people's legs. All the beach goers and.
Yeah, those fish don't mind.
No, they don't. I mean, they do it every year, every single year. So I just don't understand why more people don't fish those fish out in the flats.
They look like a good time too. They're huge.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep, they are big.
Mario, what would be a trick, for people that do want to go explore the tarpon fishing out in the reef? What baits would you use? What setup would you use? And how would you go approach them?
Well, if it was me and I was trying to specifically target tarpon, if I'm a bait fisherman, I would use live crab. Some very small live crab, like past crabs. Works pretty good. I like throwing artificials at tarpon. A lot of soft plastics, that DOA glow jerk bait that everybody talks about, works really good for the tarpon. A lot of people like using live mullet. The whole problem with using mullet is it's got to be in excellent shape. When you cast net mullet, a lot of times they get beat up in the well because they jump around and just knock the scales off. When those mullet get beat up like that, they're not very attractive to the tarpon. And plus, we have such a big shark problem here. 9 times out of 10, you're going to hook a shark instead of the tarpon that you're looking for. But my go-to live bait would be a crab, a very small past crab or peeler crab, or size of a little bit smaller than an oatmeal cream pie. But they work pretty good. You can use them under a float. You can free line them. I like free lining them just because I don't like using floats. So
trying to find the past crabs as far as a bait. Are you looking for like that sargassum grass to find them in, or the floating dead grass at the matted surface? I mean, what would be the easiest way to find a past crab?
Anything that's floating by like that, that's where you want to find them.
Okay.
The easiest way to do it.
I can tell you this: put a pinfish trap. We call it the A-hole.
Yep.
So between St. Martin's, the mouth of St. Martin's, and the mouth of Fish Creek, there's a pass, a real defined pass in there. It's got some deep pockets. This time of the year, you go put a pinfish trap in those deep pockets, you'll get less pinfish, but more of those perfect size blue crabs.
Nice to know. Nice to know.
So that's where you can go down to Tarpon Springs in that area and go get the pass crabs in the passes.
Yeah.
But and those guys, I don't know if you follow Chaston, but she literally will sit in those bridges with a big long butterfly net,
Dip net them up.
put them in there. Yeah. So
That's how I used to do it too.
Really?
Yeah, we'd sit in the bridges and scoop them up with a net.
As they pass by you.
yeah, yeah. The name pass crab doesn't make sense to us here.
Yeah.
But So I'd say any of those passes. I mean,
Yeah.
the A-hole's kind of like a pass.
It is. It's good flow through there.
Good flow, deep holes.
That's probably why we see the tarpon out here.
Makes sense, especially
There it
right
is.
now with the amount of floating grass out there. Holy smokes.
Talking about the soft plastics, Court de Hoot, Captain Court, taught Bree and I a couple, was that Father's Day or Mother's Day when we fished with Court, Bree?
I think that was a Mother's
Day, yeah.
Yep.
We were throwing some soft plastics, and I was reeling like a grouper, and he's like, no, man. He's like, slow, real slow. You want that bait to like do this.
Those fish do not want to burn any energy to eat.
Yep. So that's another little trick when using soft plastics is really, really, really slow. So you're going to want to use a lighter jig head, a lighter weight, something you want it just a couple feet below the surface and just really as slow as possible.
Yeah, we
No
made that
herky
mistake.
jerky. No herky jerky.
no herky jerky.
Nice
Yep.
smooth reel.
I remember when we tried doing that over in New Smyrna Beach, and we were hauling butt with them lures.
Yeah, yep.
We never even caught one.
Nope.
Can't imagine why.
Yep,
It's all in the technique.
it is. It's all in the wrist. Or no, hips. All in the hips. Alrighty. So, all right. So tarpon, redfish, snook.
Yep, still finding some good pushers back into the dirty waters, like playing through like Mud Game Creek area. I actually ran through Head Creek a couple of weeks ago, and the amount of redfish that was tucked in there was actually very surprising to me. I mean, I'm used to seeing one or two fish in there, but I mean, pushing a half dozen or more, that was a pretty cool sight to see.
Really?
As hot as it was that day, and to still see those redfish in the dark waters, I don't know if there's a spring back there or what it is, but they were enjoying it.
That was Game Creek or Head
That
Creek?
was Head Creek.
Head Creek.
Yep.
I mean, you got a good
into
flow
it.
of water through there. And that creek's always so frustrating because you would think in the wintertime is where you'd want to hit it. But
Yeah.
it's all hard bottom. It's
Yeah.
all rock bottom.
Oyster
And-
beds everywhere.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think summertime is the go-to spot back there. And it's not a lot of traffic.
Yeah, not a lot of traffic at all. And I did notice, like you and I had spoke playing in those darker waters, we used to fish Game Creek a lot.
Yeah.
And we had noticed when the blue crab traps
Yes.
got pulled out, there's no fish to bait.
Zero.
Yep. And it took us like 2 or 3 days of fishing it to realize why we weren't catching anything all of a sudden. We look around, there's just no buoys. It's like all the food's gone.
Yeah. Follow the locals.
Yep. Yep.
I had a question for Marrio. Mario, would you use, like the quartered blue crab this time of the year? I know shrimp are starting to get tough to get. So is that something you would switch to? Are you sticking to mullet, cut pinfish? What is the type of bait that you would utilize, for redfish specifically?
It depends on where I'm going to be fishing. Out on the outside islands, like any of the St. Martin's Keys, the cut blue crab doesn't work nearly as well as it does in the darker water, like in some of these creeks. Outside, I would be using more cut pinfish, live pinfish, cut mullet, cut ladyfish, any kind of cut bait if you can't find any of the shrimp. Mud minnows work pretty good. The smaller ones do. But then still, we have a huge pinfish problem out there, you know how bad it is with the shrimp. Shrimp last 20 seconds out there on a hook. Mud minnows will last you about a minute and a half, but it's almost as bad.
Yeah.
So cut bait is really the way to go when it gets warm like this on the outside.
Yeah, those grass beds right now are like glitter.
Oh yeah.
The amount of bait out there.
But once you come inside, if you're starting to fish some of the darker water, some of these deeper creeks, some of the bigger creeks, I would try the crab then. I wouldn't waste my time with a crab on the outside, but cut blue crab works really good in the darker, dirtier water. Yeah, for sure. Along with all the other cut baits too. So.
Something that we don't talk about often enough is flounder.
Yeah.
Don't see them often enough either.
How would you target flounder in our area?
I target them specific. If I'm specifically targeting flounder, it's usually in the month of October and November. They seem to gather to do their spawn, and I like to fish sandy areas, with good water flow. There's a handful of places down here that's sandy like that, but the majority of my flounder fishing is going to be towards Yankeetown. They have a lot more rock and sand up there. Just target them just like you would redfish, but slower, much slower. I don't use cut bait with them. I'll use either soft plastic on a jig, or you can use live shrimp on a jig. Mud minnows on jig heads work pretty good, but you're just dragging them at ridiculously lethargic speeds. So,
I mean, I noticed during scallop season, snorkeling out there for hours on end looking for scallops, the doormats that the scallop grounds will produce.
That's what I was going to say is, John, you're wrong. Last season, we did talk about flounder because the amount of flounder that we saw in July and August.
Yeah.
And it was when we were like on the hunt for scallops, so we were kind of moving around a little bit. So you have that you have the bird rack, all right? A lot of people mistake the scallop platform as the bird rack. That's not what we're referring to. When we talk about the bird rack, that's pretty much due west of Ozello, or St. Martin's. And it's just a tripod. I don't even know, it's like electrical taped together at this point. But out there you have all that grass, and what Marrio was talking about is the sand. You have these bomb craters out there. It was used during World War II, bomb holes. It's like a target range or something, right?
Something of that nature, yeah.
So,
I did a lot of practice back in the day.
Flounder everywhere, and we're talking big flounder too. But my favorite part is you have that huge amount of traffic, over here with all the scallopers, and you have nobody here. And that's where you're going to find your flounder. So, like what Marrio was saying is you have to be able to drag those bottoms or those baits across the bottom. I like a root beer color or watermelon red.
Yeah, those darker colors
Little
seem
Johns.
to be the ticket.
Yep. So that. It drove me crazy. Actually, remember I caught the 18-incher in the
in the net
in the scallop bag last year. There were so many of them. That was the most I've seen though.
Yeah, and they were big.
Yeah, huge.
They were big.
There were some big ones out there. John, do we have any good questions on there?
Trout. What's going on with trout lately?
Good question. Marrio?
They'll be in deeper water for sure. It's warm enough now where they've just about all migrated out to deeper water, except for a handful of the places where they'll stay year-round. But those are secret spots. But the vast majority of them are going to be out in 7 to 10 feet, sometimes even deeper, drifting, popping corks, jigs. Carolina rigging works really good for the deep water trout. If you guys are familiar with Carolina rigs, they use them in freshwater all the time. But that's a pretty good way to target the deeper water trout. They like to get in that grass. I don't know if you've ever been scalloping and you stick your hands down to pick up scallops. The water's always about 5 or 6 degrees cooler underneath of the grass. And the trout want to stay in that cooler water. They're a little bit more temperature sensitive than some of these other fish. But they like that cooler water, and the deeper you go, the cooler it's going to be underneath of those edges of the grass beds and stuff. So that's where I would go. And like the foul area is a good spot because foul area is anywhere between 5 and 12, 13 feet. There's lots of structure out there too, so there's plenty of bait. I see a lot of people drifting for trout. I don't do it very often, but that's, if I'm going to do it, that's where it's going to be, out like in the foul area and beyond that also. So.
Yeah, I'm still finding very small handfuls out there in the reef area doing the drifts, but I mean...
Whose handful?
We'll go with John's. Maybe 1 or 2. It's nothing like I was finding 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Be able to find 8, 12 of them pushing along the flat.
Junior Santos was saying that Wakasasa,
Really?
slap full.
Playing north.
He said almost every single trout they caught was 18 inches, thick, minimal worms. I didn't put my ear thing. What did it say?
I missed it too.
And that's the other thing too, is like a lot of people hear the word the town Wakasasa or Cedar Key or Yankeetown. It's not that much further.
It really isn't.
Yes. I mean, you're talking another 20 minutes. If you're going fishing out in Ozello, take the trip up there. It's
You'll still
awesome.
see the nuke plant.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Super cool fishery, especially this time of the year. But Yeah, a lot of trout. And that's probably where our trout go.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Heading north, northwest.
They're Yankees.
Yeah.
Snowbirds.
All right, let's go to a commercial break, and when we come back, Marrio, you want to talk about those super cool keyword baits?
I think I can do that. Yep, we'll do that when
Let's
we
do
come
that.
back.
Sweet.
Right back.
What's going to be impressive, I think, is the hole shot. Like when we get that hole shot stuff dialed in and get the trim command curve all the way up to 100, and we just romp down on this thing, like everybody's going to have a holy shit moment. It's going to be pretty awesome. I've experienced it. It's pretty cool, man.
Welcome back to the Nature Coast Financial Advisors Tackle Table Talk. And I guess I'm going to be driving the boat. We got some cool stuff to talk about today. We have a bunch of stuff here from a company you probably have heard of as Q8 Super Baits. These guys are local. They make these really cool soft plastic baits. We've got all different kinds, different sizes. We got some paddle tails. They make a shrimp. They make the Q8 bullet, which is one of my favorites. Plenty of the different shrimps. They make there's the paddle tails, but they make them all different colors, all different sizes. But this is something that I don't know if you guys remember maybe 20, 25, 30 years ago, back when Berkeley Gulp came out, way back when. They were really durable back then, and they have this enzyme that attracts fish. It still works pretty good today, but the material they use, it gets eaten up by the pinfish and the bait and stuff like that, and it doesn't last very long. Well, these guys have figured it out. They have an enzyme that's mixed in there with it, and it's very similar to what Gulp does, but these baits are much more durable. They last. You can fish one almost all day. Not quite, but almost all day. But these things are so much more durable. They have what do they call this? The supercharged, the bait soak. You can, if you run out of your juice in your bait bag, you just squirt a little bit of this inside of it, squish it around, let it soak this stuff up. Worked really, really, really good. But this weekend, what we were talking about some redfish and the snook that we were catching. All of my snook came off of that bait right there. This is the Q8 bullet. My favorite. And it was in this color also. They call this, I don't even know what they call it the natural color, but it's kind of like a cream white with pepper flake in it. That right there is a snook destroyer up north, or in the darker water, like around Yankeetown, Cedar Key, any of that stuff. But just putting one of these things on a 1/4 ounce jig head and working it around structure, they seem to like that a lot. The one thing that I do differently than what most people do when they're snook fishing, when you throw your jig out there and you're retrieving, everybody wants to hop, 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 reel the slack, let it get to the bottom, hop, hop, hop. Little trick that I learned a long time ago, is probably back in the early 90s. When you're working your baits, you do a single pop. Reel down, let it get down to the bottom, single hop. For some reason, it triggers that snook to eat that bait. It's not saying that you're not going to catch any working it a lot faster, but I seem to have a lot better luck. The deeper the water is, I seem to have a lot better luck with the single hop. Not sure what that does to them, but I know it works. But if you're out there, try it and see how it works for you, just to change it up a little bit.
So when you're doing that single pop, are you doing it for like double the distance for the pull?
No.
No, okay.
Nope. So your
Just single
retrieves
pop.
are going to last twice as long. You stay in the strike zone a little bit longer. it still triggers that snook to react to it, because snook are like dogs. They're going to chase anything that moves fast in front of them. Dog's going to chase a squirrel or a rabbit, not to eat it. It just wants to kill it because it's in its territory, pretty much.
Chase time.
Yeah, it's time to run. But the snook do the same thing. They see something out of the corner of their eye, they see it moving, they're going to attack it. But if you do that single pop, it stays in that strike zone about twice as long as you would when you're doing the double or 3 or 4 or however many you do. Some people constantly work it, and it doesn't work for the snook around here. Not as good. But what I see, and that works more than just for snook. In the wintertime, I do the same technique for the trout. And I'm working it extremely slow for the trout too. A lot of times, it's kind of evolved your dead sticking technique, because a lot of times I'll throw it out there, let it get to the bottom, give it a single hop, let it get down to the bottom, reel the slack, and I'll let it sit for 5, 6, 7, 10 seconds sometimes. Give it another hop, and so it's basically kind of changing up your dead sticking technique, and it works really good when you have scented baits, like this right here. Any of your scented baits works excellent. But these baits are going to be available soon here at Ozello Keys Marina. Right now, you can get them just about most of the other bait shops in Citrus and Levy County. They are a local company. They're made. I believe it's Eustis. I think it might be in Eustis or Umatilla. It's local, Central Florida company.
Florida.
Yeah, but these guys have been pretty good. They're starting to get into the Florida Redfish Series scene. There's a couple of teams out there that use these guys. Seems to be the newest trend, I guess you'd call it.
Ask Jessica.
Yeah, Jessica uses them. Eric and John use them. I use them. I mean, they're great baits.
So how should your question is Eustis?
It's Eustis?
It is Eustis.
Yep.
Okay, yes, it is Eustis. I knew it was local. I just didn't know exactly.
And it's made by the same guy who founded Aquatic Nutrition.
Yes, Aquatic Nutrition, sport fishing, chum. They make all the cool chums. They make dry chum, and they make stuff that you don't have to refrigerate, which is good if you leave the stuff on your boat all the time. You don't want to have to keep it frozen all the time. But it's the same company that makes the Aquatic Nutrition.
I know how you kind of compared them just a little bit to the gulp, or at least the old school gulp. Mm-hmm. If you were to leave that on the hook, is it own that hook, or can you actually get it off a week later?
That's a good question. That is a good question.
Because I know a gulp, like if you leave it there, it owns that hook.
I think Gary's got a gulp in the garage here that's like a 1/4 inch.
Yeah. I mean, there's no getting that off.
That's a mud minnow, actually.
I don't think it's quite that bad. I mean, to a point, yes, it's gonna get hard on the hook. It won't come off. But it's nothing like what the gulps are now. I know you can put a gulp on there, and a size like this, like a 2.5 or a 3.5 inch shrimp. If you leave it on overnight, that shrimp is going to turn out to be about 3/4 of an inch and hard as a rock.
Oh, I got a really good off.
Hard as a rock.
Hard as a rock.
Hard as.
Yeah. Don't drink too much of it. It's not for human consumption. Yeah. So
speaking of kind of off topic, what are your summertime favorite snacks? Mine, I can tell you right now, Bush Light.
Summertime favorite snacks.
Yeah.
Like on the boat food.
I'll tell you mine right now.
Yeah, go.
Oatmeal pie.
Try yours.
Oatmeal pie.
Oatmeal cream pie.
I cannot stop and not get one.
Yeah, I don't think we've sold oatmeal pies, legit sold one, for like 3 months, because every time I get a box, about 2 weeks later, they're gone. Inventory's all messed up.
That and this juice is pretty good too.
Oh yeah, that's
I really like eating scallops on the boat.
Yeah, I like the guts.
Raw.
I love the guts, and I'm not being a smart ass. I'm not joking around. If you haven't tried it, just try it.
If y'all have ever watched, I think it was Bay News 9.
No, Fox 13.
Fox 13. They went scalloping with Gary here
what's that guy?
about
He's
3
such a
years
pretty
ago,
boy.
4 years ago. Yep, he got him to eat it all. Guts and all.
I like the raw scallops also when we're on the boat. We do them a little bit differently. When Rick Murphy came down, well, he comes down a couple times, and I believe the first time he came down, we introduced him to what we call the scallop shooter, which you clean the scallop on the boat, you cut the muscle off of it, put it back in the shell with a couple of slices of pineapple and maybe a little slice of watermelon and strawberry and a shot of Bacardi.
There it is.
Slam it back, and that's a scallop shooter, and it's pretty darn good.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Refreshing.
I'm like mustard
special
sardine
brownies.
kind of guy.
Donald. I can't pronounce the last name. W. He likes his special brownies.
John W.
John
Oh,
W.
it makes for a long day.
Or it could be a short day.
Yeah, real short.
Could be a short day. Yeah, it all depends on how you look at it.
I don't
Salt and
have very
vinegar
much.
chips.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
another
salt and
one
vinegar
that's like
chips.
wintertime. It's like I'm not a big fan of them. I'll eat them. I like them a lot. But like summertime, that's what I bring out scalloping with me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
like
not a
the
big
sardines.
I'm not a big eater when I'm on the boat, but I do like trail mix with M&Ms mixed in them.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I have a client that comes out with me about once a month, and they always bring me a big bag of the trail mix with he's got to make sure there's M&Ms in it.
I always keep
What kind of
crackers.
candy?
It's just trail mix.
No, but the
M&M small M&M candies.
the
yeah.
real trail shady. That's what they call that.
Is that?
Yeah, real
Okay.
trail shady.
I always
Well, I
keep
like
peanut
that.
butter and crackers underneath my seat when I'm hungry.
Slim Jims are always good.
Oh, I guess
Yeah,
such a good
you
point.
put one on a jig head when you run out of
Billy,
meat.
I want to hear some of your snacks.
I already
You've
said
been
it.
awfully
Yeah, I'm
quiet.
a mustard sardine kind of guy.
Yeah.
I love my sardines when I'm out there.
I can dig it.
You know, yeah.
You're forgetting something because we find them everywhere.
What's that? The oysters?
Nope.
Sunflower seeds?
Yep.
Dill pickle sunflower seeds. Everywhere. Every single seat that I uncover has them there. Every toolbox drawer has them there. Every cash register has them there. Every bathroom. They're
He's
there.
like a squirrel.
I do. Yeah, I probably go through
he's
2
hiding the
bags
seeds.
of sunflower seeds a day, and not the little ones.
if
Big
they're
bags.
seeds or they're nuts, they're in Billy's mouth.
Let's ask the audience. What do you guys like to bring out on the boat for snacks?
Oh, well,
I do
they're having
Give
a
me
whole-
some ideas.
They're having a whole conversation on their own over there.
Yeah, I'm getting
Ken
more and more
Claimer says
curious.
peanut butter and jelly. Special
Good old
brownies, of
PB&J.
course.
I see that in Ken.
Yeah, stick
bacon
but not
jerky.
the Uncrustables, like the actual.
half a
Oh, I
loaf.
like Uncrustables. Bacon jerky, Halo oranges, granola bars.
Somebody brought some candied bacon here not too long ago.
That was really
stuff's
good.
Excellent.
off the chain.
I made some about 3 weeks ago. Oh, it's so good.
Yes, please.
It's easy to make too. Very easy to make.
We got to get Darren to come on the show. He's doing, what's it called, Brie? He's doing, he's like an awesome chef.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So Darren, if you're watching, let's schedule something, get you on the show and do some cooking
Cooking
stuff.
show.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Let's do another cooking
Boat
show.
snack.
We can use some Q8 as the seasoning.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
All right,
A little
why,
marinade.
so why is it called Q8?
I don't know.
Is it quiet?
No.
No.
No. Not that I know of. I just roll with it. I don't know why they call
Here's
it.
something else that's pretty funny is so their water-based Q8 supercharged bait soak entice fish to feed or find and feed using the smell and taste of natural prey. Mm-hmm. I started using this right before I met Brie. So
That's why. Oh, that makes sense.
natural prey.
Get yourself a wife.
Oh.
This is directions for
silence
use.
It's Brian McCullen.
Soak it for 6 to
Ken
12
Claimer
hours.
says he wants to
Mike and Brian.
Brian, Bike and Brian, you are live on Fish Talk Live.
I got to go. I'll see you.
I'm out.
I got to go.
Hey, Gary,
Nobody wants to talk to me.
Ken Claimer says he wants to come on the show and cook.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's do it.
absolutely. I want to
can
know
do
if
it.
he uses a butter knife to spread his peanut butter or a spoon.
I just use my same pocket knife for everything.
Yeah.
Butter knife? Ken, we got to know. Butter
use
knife
it.
or spoon to spread the peanut butter?
I use a business card.
All right, so let's get Ken commit to a date, and let's get you to cook on the show.
But I'm curious, does he cut his peanut butter and jelly diagonally, or does he cut it into 4 equal pieces?
I thought we were a fishing show.
Does he leave the crust on or take it off? That's what I have to know too.
That I would imagine goes along with the grandkids on what they want.
I roll mine up like an enchilada.
My mom used to do that though.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Steamroll.
The PB&J roll-ups.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's how I do it. I've done it like that for years.
all right.
You know, one final thing, I really like eating our sandwiches that we carry here for lunch. You know, I swim all
dandy.
morning,
Yeah.
and I come back and I grab myself a tuna fish or
Yep.
ham and cheddar, whatever we got done. It 100% works for me every day.
Yep, it's a dandy sandwich.
Yep.
The damn D sandwich.
Some people don't like the jelly with the peanut butter and jelly, so you can use marshmallow fluff. My wife loves it. Marshmallow fluff and peanut butter. And it's
And Ken says no cutting
good.
with crust.
gotta have it with the crust.
Bree called it. All right, cool. So Q8 super bait. We gotta find out why they're called Q8.
Yeah, I'll find out. I'll text Joe later tonight, or maybe tomorrow. And see.
I think it's because it's the quiet super
Maybe.
bait.
Maybe. Quality? I don't know.
Q8 quiet. Or I guess it was QU8 quiet.
Something like that.
I don't know.
I don't know. What's your all's thoughts? Why is it called Q8 super bait?
Yeah.
If
Let us know.
anybody's going to know that question, it's going to be Jessica,
3 times.
Yeah.
because she fishes with him a lot.
Yep.
But Joe makes a pretty darn good bait. Joe Powlack is the name of the guy that he runs the company. It's phenomenal. I mean, I just started using them about 6, 7, 8 months ago, and it's definitely a tool to leave in your arsenal. Like I said, the shrimp baits, everybody likes to drift for trout. These shrimp right here, they work fantastic. Under a popping cork, I'm not a big fan of the popping corks, but it works. It works really good.
If you had to use a popping cork, which popping cork would you use?
The only one that we carry.
Let's see.
The submerged popping cork.
I'd rather use the ones that are cupped on the top.
Yep.
I like these a little bit better than the circular ones. For some reason, they don't tangle as bad. They cast a little bit better.
They put more of a splash at the surface where the other one gets like
A little bit. It's got more of a chug sound
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
pop it. I think that helps because when fish hit the surface, that's when they're supposed to mimic a fish hitting the surface, hitting a bait on the surface. And when a fish comes up and grabs another fish on the surface, it makes that suction sound, and I think it's more similar to the cupped top than it is with just the round popping cork. Yeah, because this one just clacks. This one actually does a clug when it clacks. So
Yeah, make sure when you guys are using popping corks, got a really good knot at the top, and make sure you check your line often.
Yeah.
Because I have a massive bag of them that I keep finding out there.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. Like you said, they're growing.
yeah, the guys I had on the boat this weekend. We saw a couple of popping corks in the trees, and I said, "Yeah, it's the season. Yeah, they're blooming." Yeah, so
We chased
they're
a
out in
redfish
bloom,
for
so,
like 20
yeah.
minutes last week, and my clients could not get their hands on that popping cork. It was a good sized red. It was in slot, but could not get it. It's still out there swimming somewhere. Yeah, those popping corks are everywhere. Mm-hmm. They work well.
They do. Big time. All right, let's hit a commercial break, and then when we come back, let's give away some of these Q8s. Let's give away some submerged corks,
Yes.
and we'll see if we can't give away a few more fishing secrets.
We'll try and come up with a question.
My name is Captain Gary Bartell Jr., and I own Ozello Keys Marina and Fish Talk Live. We do everything from sling shrimp, fishing charters, airboat tours. We became mostly a hub for the small town of Ozello. It's became a big family, is what Ozello Keys Marina is. It's a community. September 2024, we had Hurricane Helene put 5.5 feet of water inside of our building the night that the storm was supposed to hit. Something that we came up with was setting up a pump system inside of our store. But we knew we were going to lose power. So this power station from Abyss, set this up as high as possible, plug it into a 110, let it stay charged, plug our pump system into this on a float switch. So when the power does cut out, this is going to last for a long time with the pumps that we had, and it got the job done. We're very optimistic, and we like to come back stronger than what we left with. So because of our community, because of our friends, our team, our partners, we created something really special, and today is the first day that we got to open the doors to everybody. This is one of our biggest successes, going through this storm, is having power when you don't have power. But behind every great product is a great person and a great team. And that is what we learned, is that when you're partnering with someone, you're partnering with a partner. And Abyss Batteries has been that since day one. The team at Abyss Batteries will bend over backwards and do whatever is needed to make sure that you are successful in life, successful with their product, successful in business. And that is the reason why we are partners with Abyss Batteries. Everything that helped us get us through Hurricane Helene, everything that gets us through the fishing tournaments, has got us many trophies. You can get it right here at OKM. So stop by, check it out for yourself. We have guides here that run them religiously. They are going to give you the testimony that you want. So if you want the ultimate fishing experience where you don't have to worry about your batteries dying like that, if you want ease of mind if your power goes out but you don't want the noisy generator, come to OKM, we'll get you taken care of.
Oh, hey. Wrong camera.
Nobody's there.
Wrong camera, Bree.
Yeah, we're not doing Wheel of Fortune.
Hey, there we go.
Not yet.
That's a little bit better. Yeah, not quite yet.
So before we get to that one,
Yeah.
I think tonight's secret question is, in your best guess, what does Q8 stand for?
Doesn't have to be real, but it has to be.
It doesn't have to be
Best
right.
guess. It doesn't have to
It has
be
to
right.
be a really good.
Yeah.
Yes.
It can't be a silly, stupid thing, but
Yeah. Can't talk
what do you
like
think it
us.
stands for?
Yeah. What do you think it stands for? Get your name on the list. First 12 people to answer that, get on the Wheel of Fortune and win yourself some Q8 baits.
Yep. Some go-go
Submersed-
juice.
Yep. And some submersed popping corks.
Popping cork. Go catch you some
yourself
trout.
ready.
Yeah.
So when it comes to playing in those deep waters for the trout, I'm about to sip on the wrong one. If you're playing in like 8 to 10 foot of water and want to use a popping cork, what length leader are you using?
I'm usually taking my leader and I'm making it arm length.
Okay.
About roughly 5 feet,
crap.
give or
Okay.
take.
Get about halfway down into the water column.
Yeah, just about halfway down. It'll be high enough to keep the pinfish and the unwanteds away from it. If you use live bait, 9 times out of 10 I'm throwing an artificial on a popping cork. Mirror lure Little John works really good. Gulp shrimp, these shrimp right here work really good under a popping cork. 1/8 ounce jig head, just drifting with the current. I can put 4 people on the edge of a boat and cast them in basically different directions and drift right with the current.
Hey, Mario.
Works really good. Yes.
How many baits come in a package?
I can tell you right now. Looks like for the shrimp, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shrimp in one package.
For the squiggle tails, we're running 5.
Yep.
I don't know if that's the right answer, but
Looks like
curly
5.
tails.
Curly tails, yeah, 5. The
I got-
bullets have 5 also. And the paddle tails, I believe, have 5 too. No, the paddle tails have 4. So
These do have the old hard feeling
yeah,
to
they're
them.
much more solid than
Yeah, they don't squish.
the other guy. Yeah.
All right, so you guys ready to talk about some answers? Because I
Hold
got inundated.
Real quick before we do that, the Florida Redfish Series just finished their last stop.
Oh, snap.
They go into the championship in September, right? So all of the standings, everything's updated on their website. It's FloridaRedfishSeries.com. The team of the year, Team Game Guard Fishing, is leading real comfortably. I say real comfortably. The championship could change it a lot. 560 points. Team Outdoor Republic and Abyss Battery, 538 points. Lillian Sports Bar, 514. And then Team Cherry Poppers, Cherry Pickers.
Nice.
Poppers would be
Yeah.
509. Team West Track, that's our boys down up there in Yankee Town. They're in 473. So I mean, it's all pretty
tight, but still fairly spread.
Yep.
Like you said, the championship could change everything.
So let's go to. Oops.
And I have confirmed that I will be fishing it in 2027.
You heard it right here for the first time on Fish Talk Live. Captain Mario is going to be fishing it in 2027.
If I can get a boat built by then, I'll be
I have my tournament partner, and I have a handful of sponsors that are going to follow me with this. And I need to get about 2 more to make it a solid deal. But I have a year and a half to do that. So I think I can do that.
Nice.
Pretty sure.
That's a fun tournament to be part of.
It's a blast.
Yeah. I'm not going to tell you guys who my tournament partner is, though.
It ain't me.
He's a ringer, so.
Carlos.
No. But that would be a good one, though.
Teddy Shoop.
No.
You didn't have to say that so serious.
No.
So,
Wow.
the first one.
Oh, no, wait. We got the kayaks. We got kayak now. Kayak division.
Yeah.
Brian Neal, 574. Chris Chu, 556.
What did he end up in? 3rd in that last? I know he walked away with a check.
I'm not sure. I mean, on their website, you can go through all the different stuff. Garrett Boykin, 3rd. George Quinn, 4th. Billy, I mean, all these recognizable names. Chris Dunning, he's sitting in 8th right now. Carlos sitting in 9th. So
I enjoyed meeting Chu when he first started kayak fishing.
Yeah.
Coming out of here with the ho fishing for dough a few years ago, and now to see him kicking some rear.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
All right, John, go ahead.
Alrighty.
Wait.
No.
Just kidding.
All right. First one, quantity and quality.
Quantity and quality.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that.
Yep,
That's
we'll
a
take
good
that one. Yep. Okay.
Quality.
Alrighty. We got 8th batch to get it right. Quality baits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
He's writing them all
We've
down.
got first letter of the last name and 8 ingredients.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Okay.
Doing some digging there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wikipedia.
Eight
stuff.
We've
ingredients.
Is
got,
that a question we can Google? Maybe?
it's a chemical mixture now. Quick action.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Quint.
We've got quality of 8 fish a day.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Yeah. We can deal with that.
These are all really good.
Yeah.
Quality 8 pounders.
Yep.
Quality 8.
By the way, I'm gonna try to find out exactly what it does stand for. If it stands for anything, he may have just pulled it out of a randomly.
It's
but
got to
we
stand
don't-
for something.
Yeah, it should.
All right, so if you guys had to choose quality 8 or quality with 8 ingredients?
Maybe a little.
Same
both.
meaning.
Yeah.
Well, it's 2 different people.
Put them both on there.
Yeah. We'll split it up. I like it.
Quick 8.
Yeah.
Quality baits, I think we already did. Quality 8, we already did. Quick 8, we did. You guys got to be original here.
Q's got
Quality
tickler.
baits. Quality 8. It ain't over yet. Oh, the fishing tournament's not over yet. Excellent. Maybe.
This one only has
A lot
7.
of quality baits and a lot of quality
What happened
8s.
to the 8th?
How many people we got so far?
I got 8.
Oh, there it is. It was hiding.
All right, pick out 4 more.
There's another one.
What's your thought, Billy?
I see why a lot of people went with that.
Did you Google what is Q8 for?
Oh, it is? Oh, okay. I got you.
So some people actually have it right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Google.
No. But
What about the 8? Why is the 8 there?
Yeah. Yeah, what 8 is it?
I don't know. There's only 7 in the pack.
Quality 8.
Eat?
It 8
8?
quality.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
All right.
All right, we're good.
We're good. All right.
Sweet.
Q8 in Czech stands for quake.
Yeah.
Q-tip.
We have our 12.
We gonna spin it?
Yeah, let's spin it to win it.
Let's spin it to win it. Who we got up there for sponsors?
So the first one's Katie, right?
Yes.
Is that Katie Joe?
No.
All right, we'll say we're gonna put Katie on Florida Redfish Series, and then
Go clockwise.
Can you not read my handwriting?
no,
Bring it back.
mile 6.
It's the pen.
It's the pen. Yeah.
Here, just bring it back.
All right, so the next one,
Will be Abyss.
yes, yeah.
All right, we got Mike D. We got Raymond Cruz. We've got Dave N.
That's not Darren.
No, it's Dave N.
Oh, okay.
Then we got Jessica. Jerry Rose is number 6. So where are we at over there?
Extreme foam decking would be number 6.
Alrighty. We got Kyle at number
no, I'm
7.
sorry.
No.
No, I'm
Matrix
sorry.
Financial advisors.
Yeah, Mitch Gross.
Kyle at number
Get off
7, right? So that's marker 48.
No, Extreme.
All right, Catherine at number 8. We got Austin at number 9.
Ozello
Matthew at number 10.
Submerse.
Dale G at 11.
Power
And
pole.
Rick Largell at 12.
Big farm.
Ricky, let me get by you.
All right.
All right, we got these. We're gonna give away just to let everybody know. We got since I don't use the shrimp very often, I'll give you all the shrimps that I brought. We got 2 of those. Ooh, look at that, submerged popping cork.
It's a good mix.
One of those. I've got purple bullets. Some of these chartreuse curly tails, and some, what color is that? It's like a black magic gold bullets. And I'll throw in a jar of juice. As long as Gary doesn't drink it.
We got to take Rick out and put a John in. He just made a really good comment on here.
What is it?
I haven't made it up yet. Give me a
Oh, John.
That's funny. Good stuff. But all this can be yours.
All right.
All right, are we ready?
Spin it to win it.
You gonna spin it? Go for it. You want me to spin it?
Yep.
I'll spin it.
spin it.
Yeah.
Coming from
Which
your
way
side.
does it go?
That
Goes
way.
This way?
Come on, Stay Farm.
Extreme foam decking.
Oh, all the way on the other side. We even said it.
number 7.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah.
7.
Kyle.
Kyle Rose.
No, that's Jerry. I got to roll back up.
Kyle
We
something.
pre-gamed a bit much, folks.
It must have been the last 7 or 8 beers.
Thank God Bree drove.
Kyle Hermans.
Who?
Hermans?
You gotta say it louder, John.
Hermans. Hermans. I don't know. I can't pronounce it. Starts
Kyle.
with H, ends with S.
All right, Kyle, it's you.
Kyle
H.
H. Kyle H.
Kyle
Who
H.
you are?
Congratulations.
You got it. We're gonna leave this here for you to pick up at your earliest convenience.
It'll be downstairs waiting on you.
For 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks,
weeks.
yeah.
2 weeks.
So we're still waiting on somebody from 2 weeks ago to come pick up their last prize.
Yeah.
And it's gonna, if this doesn't get picked up, it's all getting bundled.
Or rolled over to the next prize.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by bundle
Yeah,
it.
bundle it. Yeah, just bundle
Bundle
it all
together
together to the
and ship
next
it out
person
again.
that shows up.
Oh, yeah, I like
Yep.
that.
If you don't pick it up, it gets bundled.
It's like a lottery. Lottery does the same thing. If you don't win,
All right.
say goodbye.
Thank you, everybody.
everybody.
We'll see you. We're done. Thank you.